Hi, today we'll take a look at how to convert a Notion form into PDF files, and specifically we're going to talk about lease agreement release form. As you can see, I have created a simple form over here which once the user fills in and they click on submit, the responses will come under the responses view in the database over here. I've already added two entries out of the particular form, and now I'm looking to convert these entries into PDF files complete in automation. For this, I'll be using a tool known as PDF Output. This will help me create PDFs on automation from a Google document with the help of a Notion database. So Notion database is what will contain the information that I want to convert to PDF, and a Google document is what I'll be editing to convert to PDF files on automation. You can create any reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, or even quotations that you're generating on everyday basis on a business with this automation system. Click on create PDF and quickly sign in, and then we will see how we can automate the entire solution using PDF output. So let me quickly sign in, and then we will see the rest of the steps of the automation from there on. So the very first thing which you need to do once you sign in is you need to add your Notion database. So we already have our database available over here, which we are looking to connect. After that, we will be required to add the document which we'll be using to convert to PDF file. And finally, you can map all the properties of the database one by one onto the document to create the PDF file. So let's click on add Notion database, and we should be able to connect the database which we have on our Notion account. So I will simply copy the database title which I already have. So let me copy this title, and we'll be putting it inside the selection screen which we're looking to connect. So click on select pages and put the title inside the search pages field over here. You should be able to see the form populate over here. Click on that, and the form is now added up. So whenever you're looking to add any database or a form, simply put it inside the search pages field, and then you should be able to add it. Do not select the top level pages from the list over here to add the database or the form, because if you do that, the experience will not be smooth and the database will not be added correctly. Alongside that, if your database is connected with other databases through relation properties, so let's say my lease agreement release form is connected with database A and database B through relation properties, I also need to put database A and database B inside the search pages so that all the PDF file which will be created will have all the relation and roller values appear correctly on the document. Otherwise, the PDF file will not be able to have the relation and roller values on the document. Once everything is sorted out, click on allow access, and now you should get access to the lease agreement release form which you are looking to use for the automation process. So it will load the database over here, and you should be able to see the database appear in the drop down that will be loaded up in this selection screen. So if you click on the drop down, you should be able to see the lease agreement release form over here. If you're not able to see the same, simply hit on reload database once or twice, and you should definitely be able to see the same populate over here. It takes a while sometimes to load the database, so please be patient. But if you try reloading it once or twice, you should be able to see the form appear over here. Okay, so we can see the lease agreement release form appearing here. Click on this. If you scroll down, you should be able to see all the properties of the database appear over here one below the other. The next step is adding a document to the database. So click on add Google document. If you already have any existing lease agreement template file available on your drive, click on existing document and choose the document that is already available on your drive. Okay, I don't have an existing document available. So what I will instead do is I will add a new demo document, and this will create me a new blank document with all the placeholders automatically added beforehand. Okay, so you can see all the placeholders of the particular database have been added up before here inside double curly brackets. So whatever properties you have on the database over here are already a part of this document inside double curly brackets. So we have tenant name, we have reason for release, we have property address, everything that you see inside double curly brackets that is showing up over here will be replaced with the values that we get from the database one by one. As an example, the tenant name will be fetched from the tenant name column over here, and it will be replaced onto the tenant name field that is available over here. Similarly, the respondent will be fetched from the respondent field over here and it will be replaced onto this property, and so on for all the other fields. If you want to manually add any property, so let's say I want to add property address, click on copy, go to the document wherever you want to add it, and simply use Control V or Command V on your keyboard, and it will paste the property directly inside the document. So you can copy paste any property, whatever you want to add onto the document directly by using Control V or Command V on your keyboard. Okay. All my properties are already added. Next step is defining how I want to name the PDF file. So I want to generate the PDF by the tenant name that we have over here. So I will simply select tenant name from the drop down, and all the PDFs will be named as per that. Let's click on download PDF and it will start downloading the PDF right inside the downloads folder, as well as it will save the PDF inside the database as well. So if you scroll to the right side, you should be able to see these two additional columns, generate PDF and PDF files. So whichever record is set as ready to generate, they will be converted to PDF file right over here. Okay. So if you closely observe, you have this ready to generate option available. So if you mark any records as ready to generate under the generate PDF column, they will be converted to PDF file and it will be stored in the PDF file column. So let's click open to see how the files has come out to be. And you should be able to see all the placeholders automatically mapped to the database values what we had given earlier. Okay, so every field has been mapped to the database values. And let's see the second document. This is also mapped corresponding to the database values and everything is in place. So we created two documents out of this automation where all the placeholders were correctly mapped with the database values. Now, if you want to automate this entire process, click on Setup Notion Automation and this will run the automation to generate the PDF forever right inside your database. This means you do not need to use PDF output to set up everything from scratch once again. So whenever user will click on submit and a new response will appear over here, you simply need to mark it as ready to generate and the PDF will automatically be created inside the database for a use case. This makes the process really easy and convenient as all the automations happen directly inside the database and they are created instantly inside the Notion database. This will use the same document that you would have used earlier as a template file and it will generate the same style of PDF what we just saw earlier. But the best part is you do not need to use now PDF output to set up everything again and again to create the PDF. Once you click on Notion automation and the user clicks on submit and adds more entries, you simply mark it as ready to generate and the PDF will automatically get created inside the database here on. I hope this explanation was clear to you. If you still have any questions, use this chat bubble and send me a message with your queries. I'll be able to address the same. Or else you can go to the home page and find the contact section at the bottom of the home page where you will be able to send me an email right away and I'll be able to address your issues on this. You can even book a free demo session where I'll be guiding you step by step on how to use this tool and take the best advantage of the automation available. I hope this entire demonstration was clear and helpful to you. If you still have any questions for me on this, you can ask me and you can see how it has started processing this document and converted the same to PDF file right inside the database. This is how the automation happens and this is how you can use this